Welcome back, you filthy exiles. So I'm getting into the festivities already, and the only thing I don't have right now is a parrot on my shoulder and rum, because it looks like we're getting Boat League. But anyway, I thought I'd pull all the teasers out of the Twitterverse and put them in one video so you can get nice and decently hyped up for tomorrow. I definitely am. I'll see you guys at 5 a.m. in the morning. But anyway, enjoy the teasers, and don't forget to like and sub to the channel if you haven't already. There'll be tons of videos coming out. Have a whole schedule planned from tomorrow and a day off. So yeah, anyway, I'll see you guys in the morning, but enjoy.
This is the first in a series of videos covering upcoming changes in our 3.25 expansion, the Settlers of Kalguur. In 3.25, reservation effects, such as heralds and auras, persist through death, allowing you to get right back into combat as fast as possible. We've got a tiny quality of life improvement today. In the Settlers of Kalguur update, you can start harvest encounters with just a single action. And yes, we made a whole video about it, just because our marketing team said so. This time around, we're bringing a few improvements from Path of Exile 2 back to the OG. In 3.25, you'll no longer need to interact with waypoints to unlock them. You can just walk by, and they'll activate automatically. In the Settlers update, we've reworked item quality. The rarity of the item is no longer relevant when applying chisels, blacksmith's whetstones, and armorer's scraps to non-unique items. Instead, the amount of quality they provide is now based on the item level. Those currencies now apply 20% quality to very low-level equipment, with that amount reducing as the item level increases. This makes them much more appealing to use early game. We've got more news about item quality today. Quality bonuses on armor and weapons are now multiplicative. In other words, weapons with full quality will give 20% more physical damage, and armor with full quality will have 20% more local defenses. Today, we've got more improvements coming in hot from Path of Exile 2. We're adding static life bars to bosses. Not all bosses will have them initially, but we're starting with the pinnacle bosses and act bosses in 3.25. In the Settlers update, the Exiles' arms have gotten a little longer. We have increased the range you can pick up items when using a keyboard and mouse, to be more on par with controller users. Here's a comparison. In the Settlers update, you might come across a new oil, found only in blighted and blight-ravaged maps. All the secret notables that can be anointed on your amulet now use this oil. We have added many more notables to that pool, like this one, or this one. In 3.25, we're adding a 6th map device slot. This one was a bit of a nightmare for our UI designers. You don't want to see the prototypes. Or maybe you do. The 5th and 6th map device slots are unlocked by completing either your first 10-way encounter with the Maven, or completing your first Tier 17 map. If you choose to help Oak, he will grant you plus 40 to maximum life. Helping Alera grants you 15% to all elemental resistances, and helping Creighton gives you 8% increased movement speed. If you choose to kill all 3, Eramir will give you 1 passive skill point. We have also changed the Through Sacred Ground quest in Act 2 to provide an additional passive skill point, so you can still get the same total number of skill points as before. In the Settlers update, we have removed the first 15 waves from the simulacrum. Usually, characters reaching this content were a high enough level that the first waves were tedious and unrewarding. Simulacrum should now be a lot faster to run. On top of this, we have added more opportunities to get the specific unique items, like voices, by defeating the bosses as you complete waves. Notice anything different about this map hover? In the Settlers of Kalguur update, you can hover or select a map at any time on your atlas to see which divination cards can drop there. In the Settlers update, Valdo's puzzle boxes will be far more common. We've had to balance the value of each box to be a little worse, but opening boxes is fun, so we've made them more available. Don't worry though, we've kept the total number of Mage Bloods introduced into the economy from Valdo's puzzle boxes identical. In Settlers of Kalguur, you might stumble across strange new encounters in Tier 16 and Tier 17 in-game maps. One such encounter is the Wildwood, from the Affliction League. Here you can explore the mysterious forest and release its powerful wisps to enhance your map. The characters from Affliction have moved on, and you won't be able to acquire the Wildwood ascendancies in these encounters. However, we might have other plans for that content.